Hello, it's very good to have you with us at this hour. I'm Daniel Che for Arirang News. The leaders of South Korea, China and Japan held their first trilateral summit in more than 3 years in Seoul on Sunday. Their agreements range from boosting economic cooperation to dealing with North Korea's nuclear ambitions. Hwang Sung-hee starts us off.
With one voice, the leaders of South Korea, China and Japan sent out a strong message to North Korea.
북한의 비핵화 목표를 확고히 견지해야 한다는 점을 재확인하고 의미 있는 육자 회담의 조속한 재개를 위해 함께 노력해 나가기로 하였습니다.
That was one of the key agreements reached at Sunday's trilateral summit held in Seoul. Other areas of cooperation outlined in the joint statement that emerged from the summit include speeding up negotiations on their trilateral free trade agreement, as well as increasing civilian exchanges. The three countries also agreed on more cooperation in the environmental arena by preventing pollution and yellow dust. Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe acknowledged President Park Geun-hye's efforts to revive their trilateral cooperation.
It is a breakthrough for the region and the three countries, Japan, South Korea and China, that we hold this trilateral summit for the first time in 3.5 years through the initiative of President Park.
While the three countries agreed to restore the annual summit, Chinese Premier Li Keqiang said sharing a correct sense of history is key to mutual trust. Japan's attempts to distort history, including its wartime sexual enslavement of women, had put off the trilateral meeting for the last 3 years.
We agreed to properly handle sensitive matters, including that of history, by squarely facing history while advancing toward the future. We also agreed to develop stable trilateral relations and bilateral relationships in all aspects.
The next trilateral summit will take place in Japan next year. On Monday, President Park and Prime Minister Abe will try to untangle their differences in what will be their first summit since taking office. But whether it will lead to any substantial progress in their bilateral relations still remains to be seen. Hwang Sung-hee, Arirang News.